welcome to Live at 4 on this Monday. Hope you all had a nice weekend.
Beautiful weather. Do you have a good birthday weekend?
We went out to dinner on Saturday night with a bunch of friends. It was a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
Big long walk yesterday with the dogs.
I was just going to say, all the dogs are out. You're reconnecting with your neighbors. Everybody's coming out of hibernation.
You made it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it feels.
We'll get to the weather in just a minute, but first, here's what's making news on this Monday. More people have died in the state of Washington from the coronavirus. We'll have the latest.
Governor Evers signs a bill aimed at supporting mental health services in schools across the state.
And Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar has dropped out of the presidential race ahead of tomorrow's Super Tuesday primaries. We'll have the latest from the campaign trail.
Let's take a look outside today. The sun's been sticking around and
bikes are out.
Yeah.
Snow is melting.
So is the ice. Look at that.
Yep. Mild weather continues. Chris Reese is out on the mild backyard patio. Hi, Chris.
Hello, guys. That's right. Things are certainly mild for us out here, but oddly enough, we are cooler than we were at this time yesterday. See, yesterday temperatures have made it into the low 50s. Today, low 40s is as best as we got, but it still feels good. We had winds out of the north and west all day long that helped to keep those temperatures cooler. But they're beginning to change. Already we're starting to see that westerly to southwesterly wind build in. That's what helped that temperature make it actually to 41 instead of being stuck in the 30s. But that southwest wind is going to come into our favor as we move into tomorrow, with helping those temperatures get a couple degrees warmer. Now, we've been quiet when it comes to Doppler track, but the next thing that I'm focusing on is that little disturbance that you see across parts of northern Minnesota. That will be here by the time we're waking up tomorrow morning and heading out to work. So with that being said, I do have to have at least the small chance of some flurries or a mix in that forecast tomorrow. But otherwise, folks, we are counting down. I know that spring fever is in full bloom, and we have 17 days until the real thing gets here. So that's going to be the big focus of the forecast. It'll likely feel like spring as we move up towards it. This is the Beltline at Stoughton Road right now. One of the things you notice is that far left lane, you have traffic moving at its slowest. That is simply because we do have an incident. This is as you're traveling westbound or eastbound on that belt line and you begin to curve your way onto the interstate, I-3990. There's an accident there. That's likely going to create some delays in that eastbound direction as we go through the show. Hopefully they can clear that out sooner rather than later, but we're going to keep a very close eye on that. In the meantime, the rest of the belt line is in good shape. So if you're traveling, say, towards Fish Hatchery or Park Street, no issues are showing up now. We'll keep an eye on traffic as we go through the rest of the show. I'll have that full traffic report around 4:45 and that full weather around 4:30.
We'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. First at 4, at least 6 people have now died of coronavirus here in the U.S., all of them in Washington state, where experts believe the virus has been circulating for weeks undetected.
There are at least 95 confirmed cases of the virus in the U.S., including the first patients in New York City and New Hampshire. At least 2 of the 6 people who died of coronavirus in Washington state were residents of a nursing home. Health officials say there are at least 14 cases in the state and expect the number of cases will continue to grow. Local officials are going to extraordinary lengths to contain the virus.
We are in final negotiations to purchase a motel in which we can place patients who are in need of isolation and a place to recover.
In New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo released new details of the state's first confirmed case. The woman was working in Iran and came back home last Tuesday. In Texas, testing by the CDC is being questioned in San Antonio. A woman who was quarantined after visiting Wuhan, China, tested negative twice before she was released to the community. The patient is now confirmed to have coronavirus and is back in isolation.
As the coronavirus spreads around the world, Italy has emerged as the hardest hit country in Europe. The number of cases in Italy soared by 50% yesterday to more than 1,700. People have been worried about the health of Pope Francis, who had to pause to cough a couple of times during yesterday's prayers. Vatican officials say His Holiness just has a bad cold. Rosemary McMillan from Nebraska faced a lot of calls from parents at her daughter's school when she traveled to Italy.
I had parents calling me and saying, well, what are your contingency plans for when you arrive back? Like, we were going to put ourselves in quarantine. And I was just like, no, that's not the way it's going to work.
In Paris, the Louvre shut its doors after staff concerns. The health minister suggested that people stop kissing when they meet. Marathon runners, though, defied a ban on events larger than 5,000 people. And in Germany, Chancellor Angela Merkel turned down a handshake. Outside of China, nowhere has been hit harder than South Korea, where cases keep climbing, now at more than 4,300 people. And news about the coronavirus is having a negative impact on the Asian population here.
Some say they're the targets of racial discrimination and coronavirus jokes. And this is happening in our local schools. Jamie Perez joining us now. Jamie, where exactly is this happening?
So we've heard that this is actually happening in several school districts around our area, but the Madison school district was the only district that confirmed that comments have been made towards some Asian students. Now, the school's PIO could not tell me exactly what those comments were, only that teachers overheard some students saying mean things in the hallways and quickly shut those down. The PIO told me that they handle discrimination very seriously and will not tolerate any jokes or comments about the virus. He implores teachers and parents to educate students about the importance of not saying those types of hurtful things.
But just how that feels, being that individual who is being accused of being sick with it or whatever the case, and really seizing that moment to educate that student so they understand that their words have meaning and can be hurtful.
He also said that any student who is heard making the comments will go through a disciplinary process. The MMSD Board of Education is also doing more with their bullying ordinance at its meeting tonight, and they're going to talk a little bit more about anti-bullying practices and how to combat that sort of thing in schools in the future.
Important thing to remember.
Yes.
Jamie, thank you. Jamie, not Amy. Thank you.
Molson Coors employees in Milwaukee returned to work this morning after a worker fatally shot 5 co-workers and then himself. Several Milwaukee police officers were stationed around campus and excuse me, and outside the main office building. A company email says employees will find heightened security, including additional guards. Counseling services are also available for employees. A series of new laws will support mental health efforts at schools across the state.
Governor Evers signed those bills today in front of students in Ashland. Danica Lewis is here with more. Danica?
Susan and Mark, the governor pointed out today that 21% of kids in Wisconsin do have a mental health concern, but the state ranks 42nd in the nation in terms of access to youth mental health services. He was joined by a bipartisan group of legislators today to put pen to paper on those 3 bills. One creates a mental health consultation pilot program in Outagamie County. Another requires suicide prevention hotline numbers to be listed on any new student IDs throughout the state. And the third makes changes to statutes involving physical restraint and seclusion tactics in schools.
Every single kid deserves to feel safe in the classrooms, and these improvements will make sure that our schools' emergency safety measures will be critical for the safety of both staff and for students.
Governor Evers chose to sign these bills in Ashland because of the efforts that district has made to increase trauma awareness and provide spaces and resources for mental health. Another important statistic the governor talked about today: suicide continues to be the 2nd leading cause of death among young people. So he stressed the importance of continuing conversations about that issue on top of now having the hotline numbers listed on student IDs.
Important legislation indeed. Danica, thank you.
Thank you, Danica. The Wisconsin English as a Second Language Institute is celebrating the opening of its brand new facility. The building is located on the Capitol Square above the Old Fashioned and Harvest restaurants. It was built in 1871 and houses a variety of things, including a grocery store and a business college. The renovated space will be used as a classroom for the Institute, but also as event space.
During the day will be the language school, and then in the evening will be, open for private parties, weekends for events and weddings and things like that.
The building is designed to create bigger spaces when needed, as well as smaller classrooms.
Beloit police have arrested 2 Beloit Memorial High School students after finding an unloaded pellet gun in a student's backpack. According to a Facebook post, school staff noticed suspicious activity before the 2 14-year-old students went into a school bathroom. They were both arrested around 8:20 this morning. One student was arrested for possession of a dangerous weapon other than a firearm on school grounds. The other was arrested for possession of marijuana. marijuana. The incident is under investigation.
Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney is in Washington, D.C. today attending the National Association of Counties Legislative Conference. Mahoney is meeting with lawmakers this week talking about the Medicaid inmate exclusion policy, which he says strips federal health and veterans benefits from individuals when they are sent to jail. It also strips it away from their families. It takes 90 days for those benefits to return. Sheriff Mahoney says this can lead to people with mental health issues to reoffend.
They leave jail, they're without benefits for 90 days, then they recidivate by having a mental health crisis. They're rearrested, reintroduced to the jail. They lose those benefits again, and the 90 days start all over again.
Tomorrow, Sheriff Mahoney will meet with several lawmakers, including House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. A third Democratic candidate drops out of the presidential race less than 24 hours before the big Super Tuesday contest.
Natalie Brandy is in Washington with more on this latest jolt to the already dwindling Democratic field.
Thank you, everyone. Another shakeup in the Democratic race as Senator Amy Klobuchar's campaign says she will suspend her presidential bid and endorse Joe Biden. The former vice president, energized by a resounding win in South Carolina, suggested Super Tuesday will be a test of the Democratic Party in an interview with CBS News.
There's going to be a real choice that the Democrats are going to have to make between a revolution and results.
Biden and Pete Buttigieg spoke by phone Sunday evening in the wake of the former South Bend, Indiana mayor's decision to end his bid.
Mayor Buttigieg, I think, seeing the writing on the wall that he's not likely to be the nominee, is looking at this as an opportunity to maybe coalesce support behind Biden.
14 states in American Samoa will vote Tuesday with more than 1,300 delegates up for grabs.
There is a massive effort trying to stop Bernie Sanders. The political establishment is coming together, and they will do everything.
A new CBS News poll shows Sanders leading in the biggest delegate prize states of California and Texas. But delegates are awarded proportionally based on performance, giving the candidates still in the race a chance to slow Sanders' momentum, including Senator Elizabeth Warren, who will be competing in her home state of Massachusetts Tuesday.
I talked to Mayor Pete and Amy Klobuchar, and I wish them all the best.
It will also be the first test on the ballot for former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who is the last billionaire standing in the Democratic race after Tom Steyer dropped out. Bloomberg has already spent an unprecedented amount of campaign cash blanketing airwaves with hundreds of millions of dollars in ads. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
And President Trump bashed Bloomberg's support and called his campaign, quote, hapless in a series of tweets today. The president will hold a campaign rally in North Carolina this evening.
Former General Electric CEO Jack Welch has died at the age of 84. Welch is credited with transforming the company into a highly profitable multinational conglomerate. He ran the company from 1981 to 2001. Welch's results-driven management approach and hands-on style were credited with helping GE turn a financial corner, although some of the success came at the expense of thousands of employees who lost their jobs in Welch's relentless efforts to cut costs and rid GE of unprofitable businesses. And the creator of the show Inside the Actors Studio has also died. 93-year-old James Lipton died of bladder cancer at his home in Manhattan. His show had been one of the longest-running series on cable. According to The Hollywood Reporter, nearly 300 actors, many Oscar and Emmy winners, shared their secrets with Lipton. The TV show was nominated for 20 Emmys during his run. His hosting ended in 2018 when the program moved from Bravo to Ovation TV. Lipton was the recipient of 3 honorary doctorates. He received a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Daytime Emmys in 2016.
93.
I love the questions he would always ask at the end. What job would you love to do? Well, what would you never want to do? And what was your favorite curse word? Remember, you would always ask that.
Loved watching that show.
Yeah,
he'll be missed.
Very much so.
Well, still to come at 4, there is an organization in town filling unmet needs.
When we come back, it's called the Madison Needs Network. We'll find out what they do and how you can help them help others when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep. With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer, which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Tempur-Pedic. And right now, get a free Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
It's incredible. It's award-winning. It's the new Ram 1500 at Don Miller. With the President's Day event on now, there's great selection. The new Ram 1500, it's Green Car Journal's 2019 and 2020 Green Truck of the Year. Lease a new 2020 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4 for only $279 a month plus taxes and fees, 39 months, 10,000 miles per year, $34.99 due at signing. See salesperson for details. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, your Madison truck headquarters.
Don Miller.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
Wow, you ready?
Yeah, let me just grab my wallet.
Uh-oh, I've seen this before. Wallet way too big, skinny jeans too skinny.
I'll just carry it.
Before you break something, you should know you don't actually need a wallet. With BMO Harris, you can just take cash out with your phone. Or if you need to, you can pay them with Zelle. That works? Yeah. You're stuck, aren't you?
Smile.
Woo, those jeans are way too tight.
That feeling you get when no wallet is no big deal. That's the BMO effect.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Now, get a 2-week membership at Anytime Fitness for just $2.
Just because we're super hungry
doesn't mean you gotta spend a lot, because Denny's brought back the Super Slam with eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, and pancakes, all for just $5.99. The $5.99 Super Slam is back. See you at Denny's.
Well, are you thinking of flying away on a vacation to get away from the stress of your daily life? Well, think again.
The travel website The Points Guy surveyed more than 2,300 adults in the U.S., and more than half of the recent flyers said going to work is less stressful than air travel. 44% said going to the dentist is less stressful, and about 1/3 said going to the dreaded DMV or filing their taxes caused less stress. If air travel isn't your thing, this job is not for you. NASA is looking for its next class of astronauts. Today is the first day to sign up, and applicants will be accepted until March 31st. Among the requirements, U.S. citizenship and a master's degree in one of these STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, or math. The master's degree requirement can be met in several other ways. Candidates must pass NASA's long-duration space flight physical. NASA currently has 48 astronauts. A handful of new ones will be hired for the astronaut corps and begin training. These astronauts could end up on the International Space Station or future planned missions to the Moon and Mars. A 4th grader in Virginia is on a mission, changing the future one crayon box at a time.
At Evergreen Mill Elementary School in Leedsburg, Virginia, 9-year-old Belen Woodard and her 4th grade classmates are getting a lesson in history. Belen is now taking her coloring projects to a whole new level. It all started last year when she came home with some tough questions for her mom.
Do you know what people are referring to when they ask for the skin color crayon? And she said, no, what is it? And I said, it's the peach crayon.
Tasha Woodard said it was hard to hear, especially because it wasn't the first time. Belen is the only African-American girl in her grade. Tasha told her to hand over the color brown next time. But Belen had a better idea. She started talking with her classmates and giving out packets with Crayola multicultural crayons or colored pencils. And she didn't stop there. She's now working to get multicultural crayons and colored pencils into every elementary and middle school classroom in her district.
Good for her.
There is a entrepreneur in training there,
sure
wise
is.
girl. The Federal Trade Commission says Americans lost nearly $670 million last year to scams.
A new report from the Better Business Bureau is ranking the scams where people are most likely to lose money. Michael Poling was posting his resume last year on employment sites looking for work. A company reached out with a customer service position he could do from home. He was sent a check for $5,000 to buy home office equipment and was told to return any money left over. But when an acquaintance warned him about it could be a scam, he didn't cash the check and reached out to authorities instead. That's because con artists often ask victims to send the money back, only to find out later the check was a fake. Employment scams like this one topped the Better Business Bureau's list of riskiest scams from 2019, with victims losing an average of $1,500.
Why are these employment scams so prevalent?
I think there's a lot of people looking for flexible job opportunities, work from home job opportunities.
Melissa Trumpauer from the BBB says the top 10 list includes many scams we've seen in the past, including fake money orders, romance, and tech support scams. But there's a new one for 2019, cryptocurrency scams. Con artists are reaching out to people by email or social media, offering big returns if they invest in the digital funds. It was quite a turnaround on Wall Street, with the Dow Industrials posting its highest one-day gain in history. The blue chip index soared, gaining 1,293 points, or 5.9%. The NASDAQ was up 384. The S&P 500 was up 136. Well, the Madison Needs Network is an organization working to meet some of the community's unmet needs.
They're hosting a fundraiser this weekend to help them reach their goals. Christina Harvey and Katie Hager are here from the organization. Nice to see you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And you brought donuts. We'll explain that.
We did.
Tell us about the Madison Needs Network. How did this get started?
Sure. The Madison Needs Network is about to have our 4th birthday.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We're all about identifying unmet basic needs in our community, and we focus on 3 areas: school readiness, food insecurity, and homelessness. So we create campaigns to address those unmet basic needs.
How many people are you serving?
We have served a few thousand in our 4 years. Our biggest effort is our annual school readiness pop-up school supply store. We had 600 kids last year.
This is such a generous community, and there are so many nonprofit agencies, but there still is a void in those areas that you mentioned?
That's exactly what we're all about, zeroing in on those unmet basic needs, even though there still are so many nonprofits in the community.
Does it surprise you there's so much need in Dane County?
Absolutely. Some of it has been eye-opening as to where it is to a lot of the children that fall under like the poverty line for free reduced lunches come from Olson Middle School, which is in the middle of the Hawks Landing neighborhood.
Right.
You wouldn't expect to have homeless families in there.
And so what kinds of things do you do for them? What are you able to help them with?
Sure. When we focus on homelessness, our biggest effort is our annual holiday party. So we have a holiday party at the Beacon, Madison's only comprehensive day center for families experiencing homelessness. We bring in a Santa Claus, gifts, hot breakfast for all those families every holiday season.
And how did this get started?
So there was a group of us who were just feeling like we needed to do more in the community, and we wanted to cut out a lot of that red tape that you might find and really just jump in and create our own nonprofits that we could immediately address some of these unmet basic needs.
Wow, good for you guys.
And now it's 8 women on the board?
7 women currently.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I always say, moms at their kitchen tables who rule the world. I'm telling you, we see it every day. And your big fundraiser coming up is called Dress Up for Donuts.
Yes.
Yep. Tell us about that.
It's Saturday evening, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Diamonds at Hawks Landing. We have 6 local bakeries all donating donuts, and these will be cut into bite-sized pieces so that you can try all of them. These are from one of our vendors, Greenbush Bakery. Both will be available on Saturday.
And all donated?
Exactly, all donated.
They get to compete for best donut title as well to make it fun. So we have little ballots and
so
stuff.
this is it for your fundraising for the year?
This is our only fundraiser.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's $50 to get in the door for ticket, and then all of that money goes to all of the various projects that you support.
Exactly
yes,
right.
2 drink tickets included with that.
Yes.
So it's not dressed up as donuts.
No, well, her uncle did show up dressed up like a donut last year.
That's great.
So it's coming up this weekend.
Yep, this weekend.
Raise a lot of money.
Yes, Saturday night.
Enjoy some donuts as well. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Great to see both of you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, stay with us. There's more to come at 4, including a pretty positive forecast.
That's good news. While March is coming in like a lamb, Dana Fulton.
Nope. Chris Reese.
Oh, excuse me, Chris Reese. That's right, not Dana. Dana's on at 5. Chris will share if any lions will be arriving later this month. That's when Live at 4 continues.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformist after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on all 2020 Silverado 1500 pickups. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Pills. You crush them. Kind of. Kale. You eat it for breakfast. Sometimes. You go far to eliminate stubborn fat. But sometimes life gets in the way. Cool Sculpting takes you further. A non-surgical treatment that targets, freezes, and eliminates treated fat cells. For good. Discuss Cool Sculpting with your doctor. Some common side effects include temporary numbness, discomfort, and swelling. Don't imagine results. See them. Cool Sculpting. Take yourself further.
Working with Mike Bloomberg was one of the most empowering experiences that I've had.
It's important to talk to the people who know him personally.
I worked for him for 8 years in City Hall.
I've been working for Bloomberg for 27 years.
25 years.
Almost 30 years.
There's nobody that I respect more and felt more respected by.
Mike believes excellence is not defined by gender.
Mike builds a culture that advances women.
As the first woman ever appointed to be counsel to the mayor.
He expects excellence out of everyone, but he also provides the kind of support that allows you to be that person.
Mike called to tell me, you should be proud of what you've done, and your name should be on that project.
He has faith in you. He believes in you. It was about always showing up and doing your best.
I always knew that he had my back.
He was raised by an extraordinary woman. She supported him all along the way, and that's very much a part of who he is.
Mike supports women, he promotes women, and he respects women.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformist after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient.
Take a look at this. Residents that live along Lake Erie in upstate New York woke up to find extreme weather had turned their homes into something out of the Chronicles of Narnia, with less mystical whimsy and more crippling seasonal depression. According to the National Weather Service, 48 hours of gale force winds and freezing lake water encased some of the homes in ice, in some cases several feet thick.
That is spectacular to see, though, isn't it? It looks like something out of a movie.
It made me think of Frozen.
Yeah.
Does that damage the houses, I wonder?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. That really is a lot of weight.
Where's Anna and Elsa?
Yeah, that's something else.
You know, I laughed because I saw that and I just thought, wow, I would love to be there to see that in person.
Yeah.
Typically, I go along like Lake Mendota, along the terrace when we just start to get cold and the waves are crashing out. It's one of my favorite parts, living in Madison.
Oh,
but
that's cool.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I was like, that was a little extreme. Hey, whatever ice is there, I don't know if it's going to last much longer. Of course, we've been talking about these warmer temperatures for a while, and folks are going to like the forecast. We have more 40s and 50s to go, and a little chance of rain. That's coming up.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Hyman.
News 3 Now is proud to be a co-sponsor of The Big Share, Community Shares of Wisconsin's day-long fundraiser for nonprofits working to build a more just and sustainable Wisconsin. The goal is to help over 70 local nonprofits raise over $500,000 to support their individual efforts to shape our community's future for the better. From the kickoff event Monday night through Tuesday's day-long series of contests and challenges and activities, The Big Share promises food, fun, and serious community fundraising. These are nonprofits committed to social justice, health and wellness, environmental protection, equity and inclusion, and more. In other words, the fabric of our community and ensuring access and opportunity for all. There are a lot of ways to give to your favorite nonprofit. The minimum donation's just $5, and you can give online and on your mobile device. Join us, please, at thebigshare.org.
Thank you for choosing our home. Here's a list of our favorite spots to help you live like a local. And here is our Spectrum Wi-Fi password and a channel guide to help you settle in.
Did you say Spectrum?
Experience the fastest starting speeds for the price with Spectrum Internet. At 200 megabits per second, you'll enjoy faster surfing, streaming, and gaming. Switch to Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-902-4499. Then lose yourself in the best in entertainment with more HD and more free on demand. With thousands of free titles to choose from and the best in live TV, there's always something on. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Plus, download the Spectrum TV app for more ways to watch. Call 833-902-4499.
It happened again. You guys were supposed to leave yesterday.
Is that my robe?
Is it?
Lose yourself in the best internet and TV with Spectrum. Switch now from $44.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-902-4499.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, with all that warmth we had this weekend, you know it did a hurt on the snowpack that we had in place. So Sunday morning, we still had a snow depth of about 3 to 9 inches in place throughout southern Wisconsin. Now, everywhere you look, that snow depth is down to about 1 inch or less. Even the snow depths that we had across parts of Minnesota that were upwards towards 15 inches are all the way down into that 3 to 6 inch range. And if this is going to continue to disappear as we see more warmth coming our direction, while yes, we were a bit cooler today, we're going to be bouncing back to mild, and we'll actually stay dry through much of the week as well. That rain chance doesn't arrive until we get you past next weekend. Now, one of the things I want to show you, this is the temperature change as we've gone through, excuse me, the past 24 hours. And you do see where things are a lot colder than 24 hours ago, but it still feels good outside. So that tells you just how warm yesterday was. That's right behind a cold front that continues to slide on towards the south and east, where that is pushing a lot of the warmer air that we saw yesterday as well. Still, there's some rain across parts of the Appalachians. One of the things I'm going to be paying attention to is this warm front coming our direction. It'll help boost those temperatures a couple degrees, but it's also going to bring a little weak disturbance our direction as we move into tomorrow morning. I don't expect a lot out of this, but you may see a little bit of cloud cover and a couple flakes or raindrops as we move into the rush hour hours tomorrow, and then that sunshine prepares to come right on out. Speaking of sunshine, that's what we're dealing with right now. High-resolution Doppler is giving us clean sweep. We'll cool down into the 20s overnight tonight. We'll call it 23 for your overnight low. You're seeing that little chance for some snow showers and flurries in the morning, and again, this is not going to be a big deal. Winds will continue out of the south, though. That'll help those temperatures move into the middle 40s for tomorrow. We'll call it partly sunny, but I do believe there will be some times where the skies are a little bit more gray, and then other times where the skies are a little bit bit more blue. Now, tomorrow night, Future Track has been showing this next system trending a little bit further towards the north. Right now, the expectation is that this one will miss towards the south, but that could be a chance for light snow for northern Illinois. We still have a day to watch the trends very closely with this one, but even still, that's very light. It's not a big deal at all. Sunshine's going to be the main story. Overnight lows as we move into Wednesday will be right around 30, and then we will see more warmer air continue to funnel in to south central Wisconsin. One of the things I want to show you, this is that little secondary shot of cooler air that we'll see perhaps around Thursday as temperatures come down. But watch the warmth that begins to build out west. That continues to really show itself across the upper Midwest, and notice those winds coming strongly out of the southwest, really funneling in that warm air our direction. Now, there's a chance of a cool down early next week before the warmth really begins to build back across the west once again. So we've been in this pattern where we're talking about these warmer than normal temperatures. And folks, that really sticks around for much of the country as we go through the first 2 weeks of March. So we're counting down 17 days now until the official start of spring. But during that countdown, it appears that it will likely feel like the start of spring for sure. Plenty of sunshine as well. We do have those slight rain chances on Thursday with that weak little front. Will come down to 42 on Friday. 50s return by the time we get you towards the weekend. Don't forget to spring forward, and then we'll watch that rain chance for Monday and Tuesday.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is time for Potentially Yours here on Live at 4.
Ash Collins from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Hi, Ash. Nice to see you. Who'd you bring today?
So this is Petunia. She's a 6-month-old rabbit who's looking for a home at DCHS.
So she's a baby.
She actually is full grown. So she's already full grown. So about 6 months already.
Was she surrendered or?
She was surrendered with a couple siblings. So
now, if you're thinking about adopting a rabbit, they're quite a commitment, right?
They are, and so it's about an 8 to 12-year lifespan for them, and they do need a lot of time outside of their cage to run around and play. You do need to bunny-proof your house as well, because they do love to chew.
And what do they eat?
They eat a nice healthy diet of vegetables, hay, and pellets.
Okay.
And you need a nice big cage for them.
A nice big enclosure for them, and then a lot of time outside of that enclosure too.
So it's comparable to like a dog or a cat, not a gerbil or a hamster.
It really is. They do really need a lot of time commitment.
But they couldn't be sweeter and so nice and calm. I don't know if you can see her little feet, but it looks like she walked in paint. They're all just tinted a little bit on the tips.
Does she get along with other rabbits, or?
We'd want to do a nice slow introduction bunny dates, or what we call them at the shelter. So if somebody already had a rabbit and wanted to find them a friend, we could set up a bunny date for them.
They get pretty territorial, don't they?
They can be.
So what would be a good family? What's the perfect family for them?
You know, a nice slow introduction for her. Since she is younger, I feel like she'd adjust to a lot of different home environments. So as long as you do a nice slow introduction with the people and animals in the home.
All right. Now, if you want to raise some money for the Humane Society, head to Hy-Vee.
Yeah, so head to Hy-Vee on Whitney Way, and they are donating $1 from their My Heart reusable bags this month to animals in need at DCHS.
Oh, that's great.
That's a great deal. So just pick up a bag and the dollar goes to you.
Yep.
How about our sweet dog from last time?
Yes.
Barney.
And so,
oh no, that wasn't
Ajax,
Barney. That was
Barney was on the noon show.
That's right.
So Ajax actually found a home last week. We're all very excited that he found his forever family.
He was the biggest dog.
Yes.
I'm actually really glad to hear that, because he was a lot of dog.
Yeah.
He really was. Look at that face. Yeah. Oh, that's great news.
That's great. All right. So information on, is it Barney? Petunia.
Petunia.
Barney's the dog. Go to the website, giveshelter.org. 838-0413 is the number to call, and go to Hy-Vee on Whitney Way and buy a bag. Yeah. Ash, thanks for being with us tonight.
Good to see you.
Good luck, Petunia.
Nice
See you later.
How soft is she?
Yeah,
really soft.
All right, there's more to come at 4, including Will Loper's review of The Invisible Man.
And then tonight at 5, if you're planning to do any late season ice fishing, hear from officials about the condition of the ice. That's coming up tonight at 5.
You know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, stay-at-home parents, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue and flambeurs, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Pick and Save, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer. but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
He's been around the world, but he desires more. He's seen it all. It's always what you think's tough. Right there all the time.
With over 40 fully integrated applications, you won't be able to contain your excitement either. From just $1 a day per employee, run your entire business with Zoho One, the operating system for business.
After 30 years, Wisconsin Craft Market is closing its doors forever. Get unbelievable craft deals now. Shop our going out of business sale. Hurry in for the best selection at Wisconsin Craft Market.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Tonight at 5, the death toll from coronavirus continues to increase here in the United States. What's being done here in Madison to help fight the illness? That's at 5.
And March continues to roll in like a lamb. Mild temperatures through the rest of the week and mostly dry conditions. We'll take a look at your full forecast.
And ahead at 6, after a Wisconsin appeals court overturns a ruling calling for the removal of hundreds of thousands of names from voter rolls, we're looking into who is affected tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Here's a live look at Lake Mendota, the UW campus. Sun shining brightly on this Monday afternoon. It was an adorable stroke of luck.
A New York mom gave birth over the weekend to a second leap year baby. Omri Demchak will share more than just toys with his newborn sister, Scout. They share the same rare birthday. They were both born on February 29th. Leap Day only comes around every 4 years, so Saturday was technically 4-year-old Omri's first birthday. His family had a special party planned until his newborn sister, Scout, crashed it.
We just said, like, there's no way that that would ever happen again, so we didn't, we joked about it, but we didn't think it really ever would.
First thing that went through my mind was, no way could this be happening.
Dane Demchak says they plan on celebrating Omri and Scout's birthdays on different days when it's not leap year. But every time February 29th rolls around, they'll have a big party for both kids. Today marks the birthday of beloved children's author Dr. Seuss.
It's also known as National Read Across America Day, a day to celebrate and encourage reading, but millions of American children are struggling. Elise Preston shows us how one nationwide program is trying to help.
On the skateboard, it looked like a Tasmanian devil.
9-year-old Omari is working to become a stronger reader along with his 4th grade classmates.
My dad got me a graphic novel, and I've been reading it.
Only about a third of American 4th graders are reading on grade level, according to a 2019 report from the National Assessment of Educational Progress, leaving millions of kids in need of better skills.
Of those children, they're 4 times less likely to graduate from high school on time.
Karina Pollan is CEO of Reading Partners, an organization that's working with more than 11,000 elementary students around the country. The program pairs young children with staff tutors as well as community volunteers to practice reading one-on-one.
From first grade to third grade, children learn to read. And then there's that transition in the fourth grade where they read to learn. And so if they can't read by fourth grade, then they cannot learn.
Program manager Allie Hoyle works at this New York City school with Omari and his classmates. She says the benefits of reading aren't just seen in the classroom.
Resiliency. Kids are not afraid to give up. When they get to a hard word, they try and try again until they get it right.
She says once the skills click, so does their confidence.
He ran to the garage.
The hard work here is paying off for Omari. What have you noticed?
I've been reading better.
And it's just the beginning. Omari's goal is to be a lawyer someday. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Reading Partners says children should read at home every day.
The group says parents should also talk to children about what they're reading to make sure they understand the books. Well, still to come at 4, our film critic Will Loper will be here.
We'll see what Will thinks of the new horror thriller, The Invisible Man. That's when Live at 4 continues.
It's the leap year sale at Denver Mattress. Shop today and find deep discounts on our best mattresses, like the Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $189.99, plus 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the leap year sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place, Apple Wellness. You've heard me say that CBD is great for people who suffer with stress. Because everybody is different, at The Healthy Place we have dozens of solutions for the tension you're feeling. One of the products we recommend for stress is Adrenal Boost, a blend of adaptogenic herbs that boost your energy and lessen your stress. Our wellness consultants are trained to help you get to the root of your struggle. If you're tired of feeling stressed or just plain tired, we can help. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations or online at findyourhealthyplace.com.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plummet you to extreme lows, lift you to intense highs, or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction. Or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core. Sorry everyone, I get a notification every time I get a positive review online.
Makeup.
Thanks, Dawn. We think our windows are pretty great too.
Take 2.
I'm Scott the Window Guy with AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core, composite frame, triple pane windows are worth a positive review at scottthewindowguy.com.
Cut! Somebody give me his phone.
Seriously? I've always had jobs centered on helping people, but now with a nursing degree from Herzing University, I've made it a career.
Having a job was one thing, but having a career, to me, that meant something completely different. With a little hard work and a degree from Herzing University, anything is possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
It's the leap year sale at Denver Mattress. Shop today and find deep discounts on our best mattresses, like the Summit Queen, easy on the wallet for only $189.99, plus 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the leap year sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
All right, it's traffic time. Here's how things are looking for us. And I do have good news. We were watching that crash that was right at the interchange to go from the Beltline towards I-3990. That crash has been cleared. Traffic is moving along smoothly right over there. The Beltline as a whole is honestly still doing fairly well. We do have this minor slowdown once you get a little bit past Park Street, Rimrock, over towards John Nolan. That's as you work your way over closer towards Monona. But right now, average speeds are anywhere from about 59 to 50 miles miles per hour. So we are doing better than what we typically could see on the Beltline at this time. There are some slowdowns inbound John Nolan, especially as you begin to approach North Shore Drive, so be mindful of that. Otherwise, most main routes cruising along at their normal speeds with no major crashes or major delays.
He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him. Adrian is dead. He's not dead. He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Good grief. That was a clip from The Invisible Man, one of the newest movies to hit theaters.
Is the film worth seeing? Here to let us know what he thinks is our film critic, Will Lofer. Hi, Will. This one looks intense.
Yeah, did I get the heart rate up?
Yeah. Yes, you did.
Jumped a little bit.
Let me tell you guys, this movie dials the tension up to 11, twists the knob off, and throws it down a dark and scary hallway. It's an extremely effective horror thriller. So the movie opens with Elizabeth Moss as Cecilia, being very quiet with a duffel bag, sneaking out of a house while her boyfriend Adrian sleeps. She goes to live at a friend's house, refusing to go outside even just to get the mail in case Adrian is out there. Turns out he was extremely abusive, but once she learns Adrian's body has been found dead, she can begin to heal. Until weird stuff starts happening around her, like the oven being turned up on its own and footsteps appearing on the ground when no one is there. Of course, Cecilia is the only one who sees these things, and despite insisting Adrian has found some way to come back to taunt her, nobody believes her. Now, the events keep going up in intensity. There's some really great camera work to keep the audience wondering where the Invisible Man is, scanning the details in each scene. And there are at least 2 incredibly startling jump scares in the film that had the entire theater gasp. Now, make sure your hands are limbered up before seeing this movie, because I was white-knuckling it for probably 90% of the runtime. You know, it's been a few months of really bad horror films at the box office, but this movie has broken that cycle.
Well, that's Elizabeth Moss. She is an amazing actress, but can she ever do a comedy?
Light it up.
I know, it's got to be intense. It's got to be super heavy stuff.
Yeah. But that's what, I mean, that's why the movie is probably a big reason why it's so great, huh?
And this film has been made before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is kind of a really loose adaptation of H.G. Wells' novel of the same name. It's been adapted and remade so many times, but I'd say this is one of the more effective ones.
Okay, so what's your rating?
Give this one 4.3 white paint cans out of 5. White paint is involved in one of those 2 big jump scares.
Oh, there's a clue.
All right. I don't think I want a jump scare movie, but... All right, next week.
Next week we have Onward. It's the newest film from Pixar.
Oh, looking forward to that.
That looks cute.
Pixar always does good stuff.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you next week, and we'll be right back.
I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines with Trelegy, the only FDA-approved once daily 3-in-1 COPD treatment.
Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.
With Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3, I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways: to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3.
Trelegy, 1, 2, 3.
Save at Trelegy.com.
Increase your home's livable space with a Champion sunroom custom built to fit your home. Right now, Champion sunrooms are 20% off.
The sunroom has now become our family room, and we live in our sunroom.
Champion sunrooms are made to fit your lifestyle and are backed by our exclusive warranty.
The number of custom options for our sunroom were endless.
Save 20% on a new sunroom your family can enjoy all year long. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
Spend more time on your health, not your drive to the gym. Anytime Fitness has 40 area locations, so they're close to home and work. Get more strength training, more cardio, and more coaching at Anytime Fitness. Now, get a 2-week membership at Anytime Fitness for just $2.
Tonight at 5, Washington state health officials announced the deaths from coronavirus in that state are increasing. Plus, what UW Madison is doing to help fight coronavirus. That story and much more coming your way tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
Chris is back. More melting.
Yeah, more melting indeed. Now, this is good news because we melt during the day, we freeze it at night, melts it again during the day, and there's no big heavy rain events. So this will work in favor for the spring flood season.
Good.
That's coming around the corner. But for tonight, we're going to be partly cloudy. Lows will be right around 23. We'll see more sunshine tomorrow. We'll boost up those temperatures by about 4 more degrees. We'll see those highs coming in right around 45. There's a chance of a little rain and snow in the morning, but we'll be partly sunny the rest of the day.
And 40s all week?
40s all week, even some 50s by next weekend.
Nice.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Here's what's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4. We'll talk to the owner of Sports Advantage in Verona about training student athletes.
And Consumer Reports warns that free trial offers could actually cost you money. We'll be right back.
Skintelligent is a skin balancing system enriched with probiotic technology. Skintelligent, the smart solution to healthy-looking, radiant skin. Free beauty picks with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
People were afraid I was contagious. I felt gross.
It was kind of a shock after I started Cosentix. 4 years clear.
Real people with psoriasis look and feel better with Cosentix. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentix. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentix.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love them.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And the auto show is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck. Use Auto Show Cash and find the many reasons to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Right now, get $1,000 Auto Show Cash on most 2020 Blazer models. That's on top of most other offers. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Here at Harker Heating and Cooling of Madison, we are proudly celebrating over 70 years of excellence. A lot can change in 70 years, but some things never do, like our commitment to providing our customers with 100% satisfaction every single day. When you make that call to Harker, you can rest assured that a team of qualified, trustworthy, skilled individuals are ready to address your home service concerns. Harker Heating and Cooling, your hometown heroes for over 70 years.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Merle Norman Skintelligent is a skin balancing system enriched with probiotic technology. Skintelligent, the smart solution to healthy-looking, radiant skin. Free beauty picks with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
In today's Final Touch, a woman in Minnesota went head-to-head with a world record over the weekend.
Stephanie Tennyson attempted the Guinness World Record for most chest-to-ground burpees in 1 hour. That record is 709 burpees. The 40-year-old mother tried to hit 720. That's 1 burpee every 5 seconds for 60 minutes. Tennyson did 715, but a judge said 12 didn't count since they weren't done correctly, so her official count was 703, 6 shots.